Hi everyone, Squeeva here with another Java networking tutorial. In this tutorial, I will be going over databases. Now, I'm going to be using a database software known as MongoDB, and I will go over how to create databases as well as juice information out of them. That sounded wrong. Get information out of them and insert data, so the insertion of data. So, let's get right into it. The first thing you'll need to do is install MongoDB and the Java MongoDB driver, which I will put in, or the Java driver, which I will put in a description. The description, I will put a link to that in the description. Yeah, you'll need to do that, and I think that's about it. That's the only installation that's the only downloading you really need. I'll go over installation. You can see I've already added this to a build path, but I'm going to assume you're fairly experienced with things like this and you know how to make a build path. But if you don't, you just go to your desktop, you drag the jar file into your project folder, you right click, go to build path, and it should say add build path, but I've already added it, so it's not going to say that. So, let's get right into it. So, once you've installed MongoDB, it's going to be kind of worrisome because it's not going to give you other than the installation, other than installing GUI, it's not going to give you much of another GUI to work with. So it'll be kind of, once you finish with the installation, it's just going to exit out and nothing's going to happen. But something is going to happen. It's going to, okay, so what we need to do now is we need to, create the database and start running the database. And this is fairly simple, actually. All you need to do is go to, now it's going to be a bit different if you want to say actually make this database public. You'll probably need to go through some financing stuff and actually pay someone to host your server unless you have server hardware in your house, which I highly doubt you do. Even though my robotics team at my high school does have a server. You won't need to, you'll need to pay. I don't know much about making these things public. I haven't made one public ever, so I don't know. But basically, the creation of databases should be the same. So this is in Windows 7 and Windows 8. So you just go to your hard drive. You look for program files. You don't go to x86. You go to regular old program files. The reason I say not in x86 is because if you search through here, you won't find Mongo. You won't find the Mongo bin. So you just go to program files. You go here. You should MongoDB 2.6 standard. And I've looked. It's not in the x86 file. This is the default installation. I mean, you can change the installation, but this is the default installation library. So you just go to bin, and here's all your data. This runs the server on your local host, unless you're paying someone to make it public, and this is the console that you can use to oh Jesus, yeah, my laptop just froze. That'll be fine. It'll unfreeze eventually. Just gotta give it time. So come on, laptop, it's not the time to freeze. You know you don't want to. You know you don't want to. It'll work eventually. Just gotta give it some time. Anyway, oh, Jesus. Jeez Louise. Oh, hold on, actually. Let me just go here. Oh, fucking Christ. No, not you. Not you, too. God damn it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's go to my gist. Alright, problem solved. Yep, problem solved. I wrote some code for this earlier for another tutorial that failed epically because there was no sound, so I have some source code here. And the source code is going to be in the description. And before you go on asking, yes, I did write it myself. I wrote something for a guy. I wrote some software for someone, and they fired me and gave me all the rights to the code. So I got a ton of source code. I'm not gonna leak it. Well, I might do it, just if you ask enough. Anyways, I'm gonna go to Mongod. Come on. Okay, And this is just going to start running the server. It should open up and stay open and be like this. Now, I want to demonstrate what happens to the Mongo shell if you don't have that open. If you run this, it'll do this and exit because you don't have the server running. So you just run the localhost thing. You go here. Alright, there we go. Now, I have a few working databases, and it's in tuts. And I've already written stuff in there, random words, you know, hello world, I'm a block of cheese, yay, you know, random things. Now, creating a database is much alike, actually the exact same as accessing the database. It's just use the name of the database you want, and then you've created that database. And it's not going to show up or be a real database until you actually put information in it. So, if I do use tuts, which is the database here that I've already have running, and I just hit enter, it loaded up that database, and all is dandy. Now, suppose you wanted to create a new one, you just use, you know, whatever the hell you want, and it'll create that new database. Now, what we need to do is we need to insert data. So let's just insert some test data. db.tuts.insert. It's the name of your database goes here. db.tuts.insert. Yes, the sound is working. How dandy. What? Okay, there we go. Insert. And then in here, this is crucial, you just have item or whatever it is. It has to be item name you know, I'm not going to go into that, but just for now, because you're a beginner, use item. No, it's this. I'm just going to have hi YouTube. If I do that, it inserted that data, and that means it worked. So, we have our data inserted. Now, we just close this out, and we have all our data. Because if we... it doesn't matter. This has to stay running if you want to access data from your database in Java. So this has to be running at all times to have your database up. So, with that being said, we can go ahead and start coding. So, I'm going to delete this class and recreate it because it doesn't have the essentials, and I don't want to type it out because I'm just lazy. Alright, new class. Call this here, Mongo DB. Probably shouldn't name it that for copyright reasons. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding! Jesus! There we go. Alright. Okay, let's get to coding. So, we just need to create a main method. As always. Jesus! Work! Bad Java. Work. Bad Java. Okay. So, this is taking longer than expected. Okay, we've created our main method. Now, we're going to need to do a few things, like create a method. And it has to be static because you cannot call a non-static void in a, unless, I don't know, can you? I completely forgot. Public void find all work. Work better. Damn it. I don't think you can. No, you can't. Okay. I thought so. Wait. You can't. You can't just go with me. You can't. Static void find all. Okay. After tons of experimenting, we can finally create our new method. So, anyways, we want to have a new DB collection. This is just going to be a thing that gets our data and stores it in Java. DB collection database. Oh, Jesus. Work. No, don't be so slow. It's too slow, dog. You're too slow. Too slow for schmo. Yeah, there we CPU am I taking up? Yeah, 100%. But it's taking up like so much CPU. Okay, that's of course taking up a ton of CPU, but nothing else seems to be okay. Okay, it'll be Jesus. Fuck it. Import. I want you to import. Thank you. Okay, so now we've done that, yeah, we can just write the meat, but we'll write the meat later. The first thing we need to do is create a new db. Oh, yes, an import db. I said import. Import db. It's been so long since I've coded any Java, man. New Mongo client. Oh, and so you know, I can't pause the video whenever I think something's wrong or right. So it's kind of like live streaming here. So there's going to be a lot of mistakes and, you know. Oh, this has to be static. Ugh. Work properly. Keyboard, I hate you. Static. I can't type because it's like going a frame a second. Thank you. Ugh. Why is OBS so big? Why isn't it optimized? Is the big question. OBS, why you know be optimized? Okay, we need to type in our host, which is localhost, unless you're paying someone to do things for you. 27017 is the default port, unless you change it. I don't know how. .get db, and then the database we're using is going to be tuts. Tutus. And then this needs to be imported. And then you need to throw a try catch or throw a declaration. Jesus Christ. Come on. This is infuriating. No. No, I just want you to find out that I'm hovering over you. Let's just wait. Maybe one day they'll understand. There's a silly little sausage. Silly little sausage. Work. 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 Okay. Add throw. There we go. Alright. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and get to the things. How long have I been recording for? 13 minutes. Not bad, not bad. I'll be recording for a whole lot more minutes. Okay. I hate my computer. I'm serious about this. I hate it. db cursor. I've come up with the amazing strategy of control spacing so it auto imports. This is insanity. db curse is equal to what is it? db calls dot find. Okay, there we are. Yep. While db curse dot has next. Oh, what's this? Okay, it's decalls. Don't know why, but it is. Okay, and we just need to create a new string called data equal to db curse dot next db. No, stop it. What? Oh. There we are. Okay, let me just do SYS out. Data. This should output all your data. Alright, now, what we need to do is we need to go here and we need to do find all db.get collection. Whatever loads. Get collection. Okay. Tataz. Okay. Hit Control Shift F. There we go. Now run it. And you will see the magic occur before your pretty little eyes, you silly little sausages. There we go, see? It has a whole bunch of data. Hi YouTube, input 1. That's just things I inserted from the last tutorial, and these are things from the last tutorial that I didn't publish because there was no sound. Now, you see that we just get this big brick of data here that we don't really want all of. What we need to do is do a bit of string manipulation, and it's very simple string manipulation, no fancy algorithms, because it's basically always just like this. There's the same keywords in the same places, so you don't need to actually run any for loops or anything like that. You can just do this, and this will work. This is just a bit of string manipulation I wrote earlier. I have it in my gist over here that I will publish, or I have published and will be up. This is just some string manipulation data here. So, yeah, if we run this, we should get refined data. Okay. There we go. See? It's refined the data. Now we've done that, there's one last thing we need to do, and that is insert the data. So, we need to create a new method. Public static void insert Alright. And here we just need to have a DB collection. I'm just gonna call this one DB calls. DB collection, DB calls. There we are. And yeah, okay, good. That's static. So now we can just say I am going to get this from my gist. I'm so prepared, man. What the heck is this? What are you? Get out of my face. Jesus. Okay. I'm just going to copy and paste this from my gist because I am a magical wizard. Oh, yes, and there's some import errors. Oh. And of course, string input. There we go, that's taken care of. Jason. No! How dare thee? How Dorothy? Jason. This is actually the easiest way to get. There we are. Alright, this basically says you're going to create a new database object, a new thing that you can actually insert in data, and you're just going to cast JSON data, which is the data stored in the database, to, you're going to downcast, you're not downcasting, I'm sorry, because it's not polymorphism, but you're going to cast JSON data into a DB object, and then parse the JSON data from a string to JSON data. So, now that that's done, we just need to do insert, or no, DB calls, when DB calls for duty. db calls dot insert okay, db insert. There we are. Now that that's been done. Oh, damn it. Fuck! And then all you need to do is find all you know what? I have an idea. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. I'm sorry. All you need to do is run in. Alright, so actually let's run this for a bit of comparison. If we run this, if we run it faster, you see we get all this data here. Now, suppose we wanted to insert some data. Insert the data from here. No. What do we want to put in? How about, hello, Bob. Hi, Bob. And if we run that, we will see that it's inserted the data. Hello, Bob. And that's how you work with MongoDB. So, with that being said, that is how you code for MongoDB, and that is how you work MongoDB without your laptop crashing on you and all this ugly stuff happening. But anyways, that is how you do all of that. Ta-da! And yes, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please comment, subscribe, check out the channels of the other otter squids, you know, the squids that are otters. And have a nice day. Au revoir.